First time in San Fernando in about 10 years, everybody. They said they were going to close down the swap meet. Well, I hope everybody gets to enjoy this story that I'm about to tell you. I was about 10 years old when I started working for my tia Maria and my uncle Ricardo in the San Fernando swap meet. Not only was it my first job, but it was an amazing job. Remember as if it was yesterday, my tia Maria showing me the ropes, showing me how to be a hard worker, how to be responsible, how to keep my head above ground and keep my body floating. In other words, not getting myself into any danger or any problems. Well, as I was explaining to people, not only did she show me the value of money, she gave me the opportunity. She started paying me on Saturdays for $20 and on Sundays for $25. My job was to assist them, putting all the bed frames, all the tubos from the lona, and assisting them as much as I can by setting up the tables, the chairs, putting in the nightstands, the corner tables, the lamps, the flower pots, and assisting them and taking out stuff that people will buy, take it on a little car all the way to the outside where all the cars come and park and pick up the stuff. I learned how to tie up ropes. I learned how to get tips, how to get along with people where they could take me higher. So the first thing that I did, we used to have to fight for the carritos. There were like these Costco cards, those big ass cards, but there was only two for the whole entire swap meet. So we had to wait sometimes up to 30-40 minutes. Well, my tia Maria decided to tell me that she was gonna advance me some money. So she ordered my own private dolly, like the ones in Costco, all those big ones that you carry pallets and stuff like that, or big boxes. So it costed me $150. So my tia decided to take off $10 a day, not a week, a day. And I told her it's expensive. But she said, look, with all the tips that you're going to be making, and it's going to be your private own car. So you could rent it, you could lease it, you could do whatever you want. As soon as she told me that I could make an extra profit off it, I was excited. Because now I was determined not only just to pay it off, but I was determined to make more money. So the first thing that I started telling people, hey, if you want me to help you take out your stuff, you could do two things. You could go and get a car and come back, or you could take piece by piece, carry it, and sometimes the heat was like 100, 110 degrees. So people started telling me, is there another way? Yes, there is. Well, I just bought a car, but if you tip me, I could help you take out your stuff. Not only did I used to charge them $5 per trip, sometimes I make 2 trips on the same person, so I'll make $10. And people wanted it at least my dolly, so I'll lease it for $2.50. And as soon as the week went by, the first week, I made like about an extra $20-$30. So I was happy, and I thanked my tia Maria that she taught me the value of money, the value of buying stuff. See, if you buy your tools that you need, it makes your job a lot easier. Not only does it make it easier, but now you could charge or ask for a tip, and you could lease it, you could do whatever you want because it's your private owned equipment. Well, as time passed by, my tia seen that I was motivated and I was an entrepreneur, so she started allowing me to put some novelas, because my dad used to, and my tío Staquio, my dad, my tío Ricardo, my tía Maria tia, they used to get the vaqueros, the novelas, and my dad told me that Chewy and him used to lease them over there in the grullo. So my tia allowed me to put novelas on top of one of the twin beds. So I used to sell them 3 for $1 or trade them 4 for $1. Sometimes I'll go 5 for $1 trade. And I used to make about $150 extra a week on the 2 days for negotiating, selling, and buying novelas. So as soon as that happened, I started making more money. My aunt told me, hey, what about you sell some bags? Everybody needs bags. So I started selling those big ass Mexican bags for $1.50. And I used to sell up to 50 bags a week. So I was averaging 20 for Saturday, 25 for Sunday, about $40, $50 tips. And then I was making about $100 extra on my novelas and about $20 to $30 extra on my bags. Then I used to sublease my carrito. After that, my aunt seen me that I was motivated, I was inspired, and she seen something, that a little spark that I had in her. She also told me, hey, if you start selling mattresses or anything, you get $5 per cada venta. For every sales, I was getting $5. So sometimes I'll sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes I sold more. My Aunt Maria, I knew in the beginning, she was allowing me and showing me the ropes and getting all the bugs out, all the nerves. And she started teaching me how to sell. And I learned off her. And after that, I started talking to my tío Ricardo. My tío Ricardo is a special person. He's a person that doesn't lie, doesn't bullshit, gets down to the point, speaks the truth, and he doesn't take advantage of people. And he's a straight person. His word is bond. He believes in that. My primo Ricky also believed in that. And I knew then that I had a lot of wisdom with him, a lot of knowledge. He taught me that once you say something, you gotta follow through, even though you lose. Once you commit yourself, once you open your mouth, once you decide to help somebody or sell something, it's for a long time. Because as long as we have warranty, they could come back and they could bring stuff back, and we take losses. So I used to tell them, what about we don't fix the losses? No. Respect, dignity, loyalty, and your word is bond will make you a lot more money. He taught me a lot of stuff that I would never learn off nobody else. He taught me how to charge taxes, how to not be afraid, how to be straightforward to people, how to tell them that if they wanted my help, it cost them. Nothing's for free. He always told me to tell people, nothing's for free. So as long as you tell them, they decide if they need your help or you don't need your help. So I learned, if you're honest to people and you're respectful and you're a bugger, in other words, you always ask if they need help, and if they say yes, that's an extra $5. If they say no, don't bug. But as a loyalty to my tío, my tía, I still had to take out the furniture. I still had to help out because they were paying me for the day. But even though I didn't make an extra money or I didn't make my tip, I learned that my word was bond and I was an employee. My uncle told me, don't ever forget that you're an employee. When you're the boss, you decide whatever you want. If you want something done right, you have to have high standards. You have to have loyalty, respect, and you can't take advantage of people. If you give your word's gotta be bond. So that's what I learned off my tío Ricardo. My tía Maria taught me that We have to look good, smell good, wear colognes, deodorants, take a shower, look neat, not be a person that looks like out of place, someone that it doesn't deserve that opportunity. If they see a young man, well dressed, well mannered, and always being kindful and being helpful, they'll always meet a man like you. So people started telling me that if I needed an extra job, I could go help them unload and unload. So I started. My aunt Maria and my tío Ricardo, they knew that I needed to go. So I started before my duties with my uncle. We used to get there at 5:30, 6 o'clock. Before my duties, I used to go put the lonas for other people and help them put the tables, help them unload, and then come back and help my deal and do my chores and duties. I learned that multitask, a person that has the will, las ganas, when he has the opportunity, he can multitask and do a lot of stuff together at the same time. So not only did I learn how to multitask, not only did I keep my responsibility, my obligation, not only my word was bond, not only I was a hard worker, not only I was making money. Well, in the short 3 months, I collected about $1,100 and I bought my bike, my GT Performer. That was the greatest feeling I ever had. My tia Maria, my tío Ricardo, everybody was so proud of me because not only did I hustle, not only was I taking multitask, I was working 2-3 jobs at the same time when I was 10, right, everybody? They seen something inside of me, the fire burned, and they allowed me to grow, to believe in myself, to have the spirit, the will, to be willing to work hard and have something with value. Well, everybody knows this is my first job, and I'm always gonna be grateful to my tío Ricardo and my tia Maria. They taught me the value of a lot of stuff. My tío Ricardo was very strict, very straightforward. When he didn't like something, he literally told you how you messed up, how you fucked up, or what you did wrong. And he was a person of like not so many words, He was straight to the point. He offended you. He made you feel heartbroken, feeling like a piece of shit when you fucked up. But he also taught me that if you ask for forgiveness and if you try harder next time, he'll give you the opportunity. If you ask him for the help, he'll extend the help. If you ask him to teach you, he'll teach you. The only thing he used to tell me, when you tell me that you're gonna work for me, I come first no matter what. And I always respected him and I always admired him. Even though I admired my tia Maria and my father, I always looked up to my boss. My boss was my tío Ricardo. He was the one training me. He was the one allowing me to sell my velas. He was allowing me to become a man. And I proved to him that I was worthy. And I failed him in a lot of ways. And he always had that time to care for me, to teach me, to make me believe in myself. And that's what I learned on my first job. My tia Maria also used to buy me some pants, my Nikes, my Adidas, my Reeboks, right in front with the China. And she used to buy me pants, shirts. So if I wasn't dressed properly or they were ripped or faded, my tia will always say, "Hey, you want to go buy you clothes? Let's come out and check." And I learned it from my tia Maria. We have to look good. Our appearances what makes us stand out, what makes us earn the money. that allows people to give us an opportunity to notice us. Well, it's been a long time. It's been about 40 years. I'm 50 now. And I get to walk in this Swami. When I started here, there used to be airplanes. And you could get the $25, $50 ride. And it was awesome. Every so often, every 10 years, they're always saying that they're going to close down the Swami. They're going to build these townhomes, or they're going to make these big time factories. The Swami's gotten smaller and smaller and smaller every time, but it's still here. My dad ended up buying the Swami. My tío Stacio ended up being another teacher, another instrument for me. He taught me how to negotiate, how to not take things seriously, and always put your best face on. Even though you're hurting, even though you're jealous, even though you didn't get your way, but you could always redeem yourself. You could always come back and aim higher every time. So my tío, he taught me the negotiation of pricing of the furniture. He always used to tell me, look, add a little extra money, put the tax on, put this, put that, and then give them a discount. And they'll be a lot happier and glad to pay for it. And you'll sell more. And I used to tell them, my Uncle Ricardo doesn't do it like that. My Uncle Ricardo tells them the special, then adds the taxes, then adds the delivery, then adds whatever he has to add. And people get discouraged. Because, yeah, but he doesn't like it. But I do but I like to give the discount. If you give a discount, they're gonna bring more people in, and then you're gonna sell more. You're gonna upsell, and you're gonna keep them happy. And they're gonna think that they're getting the best out of you. So I decided to be like my tío Stacio. You give them the higher price. You put some mustard, some crema on los tacos, and you tell them, look, this couch is worth so much, but because it's been a long day or whatever, you tell them that you're special and you're gonna give them a discount. Normally this couch costs us $4.99 when it really costs us $4.50. Tell them, look, after taxes, after this, after that, it's gonna come out to about $5.50. But I'm gonna give it to you for $4.50 right now. If you take it or leave it, you're getting a discount. I don't know why I'm doing this, but you're gonna get the special. And people always get, I'll take it. When you give them a discount, people think that you're going out of your way. They're taking advantage of you. So you always gotta tell people little things, more complicated, more expensive, and then give them the discount, and then tell them how special they are, and you'll sell more. So that's what I learned off my tío Stacio. Off my dad, I learned how to be a multitasker, how to be a person that negotiates. He works in different ways. I don't like the way he conducts himself, the business. He's very grouchy, very aggressive, very mean. But people like him because he has fair prices and he gives discounts. So my dad won't hype up the couches. Say for example they were $4.50. You tell them, look, they're $4.50 plus taxes plus this plus that. It's gonna be $4.99. Go ahead and give me $4.20, and I'll take it to you delivered today, right now, like in 5 minutes. And people go, all right. I was always a person. So there's various ways of being self. I learned right through business. The most amazing people. Everybody always how to sell. Came up to me and asked every way, every different way of selling generates an entrepreneur. I never did it for free because my tia Maria and every way is always taught me nothing possible. In this life is for free. Respect whatever yourself, you want. Make something out of yourself, and don't sell yourself short. Learn the best out of them. It was awesome. And whatever seeing my you don't like, throw it away. My tío Stacio and my dad. You have to be yourself. They used to respect yourself. You have to admire yourself. And
you had to find
they used to
your
talk
way
about a
to
lot of
speak
stories
and translating to people and
about gold,
motivating yourself
goals,
and encouraging people
about
to
the
buy stuff.
past, about
You gotta
my
make
grandpa,
them
how they grew up.
not think about it.
My tío Staquio was
Make them
always
not have a decision.
military. He always
Throw it
had
on
either
them. So I've been 10 years old. I've been selling
Yuli with us.
novelas, bags,
And every morning I used to go to
sell
McDonald's
couches.
and
I've also
order
delivered and everything.
the sashimi,
I'm a guy
the big
that
breakfast,
has a lot of
or
multitask,
anything
has a
close
lot
to
of
some
abilities,
pancakes.
has a
Chanel used to
has
always order
many
extra sausage.
functions
They used to
that people
get
love
mad
about
because
it.
I couldn't order
They love the
extra.
hard worker.
Finally, my dad
the
told
responsible.
Chanel and my
They
tío
like
Staquio,
the kindness,
I can't keep
like
buying
the
you
smile,
the extra sausage
mostly
because
they
it's
give 'em
incorrect
the
for
pump up that I
because
do.
I'm tough on manual.
And regardless of
If you guys
whatever,
want extra
whatever
sausage, you guys
I
gotta pay
stand
for
for,
it.
people
I'll buy you
acknowledge
guys
me, respect
the
me,
lunch
and
or
love
breakfast.
coming back to me. So I became a
But if
salesman.
you want anything
Not only
extra
one of the best,
or any of
but I
the
learned from
accessories,
the best.
you have to pay for it.
Well, everybody
Because my dad,
everybody
when
knows
he used to,
that I
always
end up
be strict with
working with
us.
my tío Pepe
He never
after the
allowed
San
us
Fernando
to
Swami to the Orange Swami.
steal
And,
or
all
take
my
advantage
skills, they
or get
came-
something extra. He always wanted us,
And
To
I made the best
fit.
out of them. I sold a lot.
and he
I made a
always,
lot of money.
whatever he bought
I
one,
bought my
he bought
own
for everybody.
company.
He couldn't
My tia Maria was so
do
proud of
something
me.
else.
My tío Ricardo
It was all for
amazing
one
me.
or
My
all
dad
for
and
one.
everybody.
Well,
didn't think
I
it
just
was
hope that
possible.
you guys get to enjoy
Hey,
walking
my
with
dreams.
seeing
This
the
local
Swami.
boy,
Like I
this
said,
young kid,
a couple years
10
later, I said
old,
about 20 years
hard
later, I
worker,
got to come with
responsible,
Ricky.
had the best teachers.
Me
How
and
can I
Ricky,
not be
I used to come and help
a
him.
good salesman?
This
an
is where he had
entrepreneur,
his accident.
A motivator. a
One
hard worker.
of the vehicles
Well, I got
next
the
to
best
us,
skills of everybody.
they left
My
their
tia and my tío,
their car
they
in
end up
neutral, and the car was
selling the
sliding
Swami to my
down,
dad.
and it was gonna hit
and
a baby
things
in a
happen.
stroller.
And
And
they said
Ricky,
they were gonna close
jumped
down
in,
the Swami. They
and
never did. Rick took
One
over.
way or another,
I got
he
to
made that
15
car
years ago.
stop.
Go with Rick a couple
He
years.
was like a fucking
and he
He-Man,
got to see the
Hercules,
see the
or
skills,
the Incredible
see the
Hulk,
strength in me,
but he
and
messed up his back.
see what my tia
And
Maria
it
and
hit
my
him
tío
right in
Ricardo,
the spinal cord.
seen
After
in
that, he started
Pepe
having a lot of
season.
pain
and my dad and
in his
everybody.
back. And
He
he
got to
couldn't
see the
be the Incredible Hulk
hustler,
no more.
the
He used to pick up
entrepreneur,
couches with one hand,
motivator,
sofa beds,
the
or
salesman,
anything. He used to
the
be the
bullshitter.
strongest guy that I knew.
It worked for
Him
me.
and Oscar.
Whatever worked for you, keep on
I
doing
used to
the
always
best.
admire them,
Well,
want to
I
be
just
like
want
them.
to tell everybody, it's an
I
awesome
did
Swami.
things the right
40
way,
years was the first
not
time
as
I walked
brutal
here, and
or
this is
as
an amazing
tough
day
as
for
them
me.
because they were
It's super hot,
bigger than me,
It's humid.
stronger than me.
but I'm enjoying
But I
it.
always tilt
I encourage everybody
the mattress or the
Swami, or go to your local
sofas
Swami
in a way that
and
I could
help out.
lift
They
it
will help you
without
out.
using
Don't
my
just
back.
go and look at
I
stuff.
always use
Buy
my
stuff.
upper hand strength.
Don't be
I always
a
took
person
care
that
of my back. I
just
always had a
wants the
belt
waste some time.
protecting my
Go
back.
and find what you
Ricky
need.
and all them, they
Make
used to
your
do their
list.
plates. They used to play
Help out the
arm
Swami
wrestles.
people. We all
thumb
deserve it.
wrestle.
We all need your help.
They used to
I hope
like
that
that movie Top
people
Gun.
that are seeing this video will get to
The one with Sylvester Stallone.
see how
Well, I just
hard
wanna
workers, they
thank
wake up
God
at 6
that
o'clock in the morning,
the
5
Swami.
o'clock,
Last time that I was here, they told us that they were gonna sell it against the city.
even though they sell, they don't sell enough.
INS,
They're
immigration,
there,
everything was
motivated
and
every
arresting
weekend,
all these undocumented people.
every week,
They used to
every
sell
month, every year. same
CDs,
spot. You gotta
contraband,
hand it out.
fruits,
There's fruta.
other stuff
Fruta's
that
awesome.
you couldn't sell.
There's
All this
before they used to sell CDs, all
unnamed
that
brands
stuff. Now
or
they have a
fake
lot
stuff
of like
from China and all that.
Burlington, like
They outlawed all that. You couldn't
raw stuff.
rip off the customers.
outlet
You
stuff.
had to give
They
warranty.
have a lot of stuff.
And
that is
whatever you sold,
at a reasonable
it had to be
price.
for
They
real.
have
It couldn't be a
everything
broken down
Not as good
piece of
as
shit
other
garbage.
stores,
You had to have
but
warranty.
it's a
You
reasonable
have to
price.
have
You can negotiate. And
proper
you get to
licenses.
sweat a
And,
little bit.
they used
enjoy
to
your
have inspectors
afternoons and have a good
To
time.
anybody that had
Well, don't
pirateria
forget
or anybody has stolen stuff,
to
they always
the
wanted
people
stuff
that
with
have
receipts.
a Western,
Even though it's a Swami
forget to
and it's cash money,
be an entrepreneur,
but they always
be a
wanted
hustler, be a worker. If
people
you ever
to
need a
not
job,
be selling
you ever
stolen
need
stuff or
a way out. It's the
contraband.
perfect way to
My
make
tia
some money.
Maria and my dad,
family
my
made
tío Stacio,
thousands
my
of
tío
dollars.
Ricardo,
I made thousands
especially
of
my
dollars.
primo Ricky.
Swami is
It's having
not,
very valuable stuff.
not a game,
And
not a joke. It's a
I used to
honest
enjoy taking a
job.
post and
It's a
walking
way
through the
to
Swami.
come up
I
ahead,
get to see a couple
hustle.
people that are
Don't make
still
it
here,
as your only job.
like
Make it as
Alfonso's,
your secondary job. You know
Lazaros,
what I mean?
and
Like that, you
Plazas,
have a
furniture
great
right
job
there.
and make some heights.
They've been here for like
We
30,
used to
40
make
years, you know?
thousands of dollars.
It's
every year.
it's awesome
Rick,
to see them that
Matia,
they're still
Matia,
here. The fruit people
dad,
are the same
just
people.
like
Instead of the
Walter,
people that are
everybody.
their kids or grandkids.
Everybody,
They make a
their
lot of
bills
money
off
in
the
the Swami. People
Swami is
come.
amazing, everybody.
It's an outdoor
I
Swami.
can't describe
It's
anything
hot.
else. The joy that I'm
Humid.
feeling. I hope
People
that
just want to
everybody
come in and buy something.
is enjoying this
So
video.
make sure that
And always
you shop around.
remember
Come
your
to
role
Swami,
model,
and make sure that
your advisor,
you don't
the
just
people
come
that
just
believe in you.
to walk
Pay
around,
it
buy
forward.
something. People
Right
used
now,
to come out with
my tío Ricardo,
big bags
my tía María, my tío Stacio,
full of stuff,
My dad.
full of toys.
Pepe,
And
everybody.
I get to
proved
see
them
people
that
today,
not only
and they're walking around with bags. Not as
but
as
I
we
made,
were before, but
made,
people are still buying.
the best out of
People are
myself.
still
and,
enjoying
I'm
the
walking
outdoor
again.
Swami.
seeing the fruits. And
People call it a
Swami.
Fleetwood,
I'm grateful.
Fleet Swami.
you can see my face.
We call it a Swami. That's
I
San
got to
Fernando.
see a
So-
couple of salesmen,
I just
a couple of
wanna
fruta.
thank
It's been
everybody.
there 40 years.
The San Fernando Swami,
It was awesome. Lots of
the
food.
Ventura Swami, and the Orange Swami, and the Lemon
Did
Swami.
all my duties.
Those were my Swami. También la mirada.
In honoring of
I got
Rick,
to see my
Steven,
tia Maria
Tía María, my tío
buy a
Stacio.
spot in the indoor Picker Rivera indoor Swami.
Everybody was
They knocked it down
there.
and they made a big warehouse.
I'm
They're
grateful,
always
I'm grateful
trying to do malls, the big
all-
stores,
for all of them.
and they didn't want
all their-
people
all their
to
blessings,
be buying stuff
all those
on the Swami.
Hard
They always
lessons
wanted
that
like Walmart,
all those
Target,
struggles,
Home Depot,
all those
you know.
disappointments,
But
all those
we're still
workouts
entrepreneurs, and we're still
that
hustling.
you know,
And everything
wake
that
up,
you want, everything you need,
you unload and
It's
you
here.
sell nothing. You get discouraged.
just make
Thank
sure that
God.
you buy something and you test it
I
out.
hardly had those
And you
days
make sure that it works.
because I'm an entrepreneur. and I'm
You're looking for
motivated.
any like tool,
You don't make money one way, you make the other money the other way.
anything,
So just remember,
like a yard sale,
Tia Maria is always looking
clothes,
over
belts,
us, especially here in the Swami. Rick,
everything
Ricky
like that. You can find it.
I got to
especially furniture,
be here with him.
beds,
We bought our grill,
room sets, tables,
bought our,
tables,
uh,
CDs,
our,
music. You can buy all that.
our grill and our
Fruit, all kinds of very fruit.
the steamer.
They have
We built it. We took it back to the house. Remember, Rick
in the
got
middle
mad
of
at
Swami.
Freddie
They have
because he threw it away.
a place where you
Threw the
can buy
steamer
some
and the
beer,
grill
and some
away.
food, some nachos, some
Rick
hot
was
dogs,
pissed off.
and hear some music.
Rick goes, man,
The
I worked
rest,
so hard for it.
walk.
I
I
loved
did
it.
this
and we
whole
used to
Swami
come home.
in about
After the Swami,
30 minutes.
we used to sell a
I
lot.
walked every single
I got to show him that I was worthy
space,
and I was an awesome.
and
I taught him a lot. He taught me a lot. I'm grateful that me and Rick got.
All right,
had to
everybody. I hope
share.
you guys enjoy
I
it.
told him
I
that
hope you guys
I'm always gonna
enjoying
remember
the videos.
my mom, his dad, my tios,
I always
him,
remember that my
Steven,
Maria, my dad, my tia Ricardo,
my mom.
Ricky
And
Rick,
I always told him that I
my
was
tia Pepe,
proud
my tia Leticia.
that
We're all
he wasn't a coward.
entrepreneurs.
He
We're all
wasn't
salesmen.
ashamed.
And
He made the best
don't
out of
ever
it. He made a
sell
lot.
yourself short.
He
Don't
paid
ever
off
do
a lot of
nothing for
bills.
free.
He took out a lot of
Always
people
remember,
out of hard
double it up,
situations and he made the best.
and
out
you'll
of it.
always make
He
money.
gave my tia Maria
So don't
the
settle for
best
less.
last
And I
year.
hope you guys enjoy the Swami.
Last year's of his life.
It's an awesome
He paid for everything. He
experience.
took the responsibility.
40 years
he took
later,
everything. He got a
I'm
lot
50
of
now,
stuff
so
on his
I was
shoulder.
here when I was 10.
Like I said, this is
I
where
was
he got
born,
paralyzed.
raised in the Swami.
All because
Ever
of a
since
truck.
I was born.
And he had to save
I used to
the family and the little
Ventura
kids.
when I was small.
This was my
Fucked up his back.
Alright, everybody. I hope you guys
And,
enjoy it.
I always asked him, did you ever regret it? He says, no.
It's
If
hot.
something would have happened to a
humid.
kid to
Take a hat,
worship,
sunglasses.
he would have regretted it. He would
wear
have done it
something
again.
fresh.
Even though he got paralyzed.
Start walking,
And,
everybody.
he lived the
Don't be
last 5
lazy.
years out of
Don't
his
allow
life
to
paralyzed.
take
But he
advantage.
did it with love.
Get up and enjoy
And he
life.
never.
Bye, everybody. I hope you
never,
guys enjoy
regretted
it.
it.
Rest in peace, Tia.
All right, Rick, we love you.
Everybody.